So you just got it in the can to go, huh?
Yeah, I wish after I got that sweet, I was dry. I thought I better buy something there. Went there.
This is a world famous Pine Street where all the bars are for the
Lawrence, just one apartment spot.
college town of Warrensburg. Used to be Central Missouri State. Now it's University of Central Missouri. And all the bars are up for sale, looks like. Garrison's where I used to hang out all the time. Long time ago. There's Bodie's, they're not for sale. They got the Nace Brothers up in June. Well, it's July. A lot of people that come to Warrensburg remember Pine Street. They can't remember anything else. Just come back from the Cafe Blackadder. What do you think of Blackadder?
Okay.
Okay.
It's, I was just thinking,
It's a courthouse.
it's a real cool little hometown restaurant, whatever you call it, and fun to hang out at.
Mm-hmm.
But many of these, this one I didn't notice it so much. Many of these small town or even big town restaurants that people hang out in become a closed corporation. If you don't belong there, if you don't know everybody, they look at you like you're really weird. What are you doing here?
No, I didn't notice that with. I don't think that'll happen at Cafe Blackadder.
No.
They used to be the tea house for a long time, and pretty much the only coffee house in town. It was more. It wasn't so much coffee, but it was as the name said, tea house. It started by it started when the Scottish lady took it over, and she said she wanted to have a tea house because nobody in the United States knew how to make a decent pot of tea. And the way she would do it is you'd have the tea, she'd boil the water, and then it's loose leaf tea, and then she'd have a little tea leaf strainer, and you put the tea in the strainer and put it in this little porcelain pot and cover it up with a hand-knitted cozy, and she knitted it herself. Got one or two of those cozies at home. In the wintertime, some of the kids discovered that the cozies made great hats, so Peggy started knitting the cozies into hats. And you'd have this funny little woolly hat with holes in it. People were like, why is your hair sticking out of that hat? Well, it's actually a tea cozy.
Did you know that?
Julie Kendall took over the operation and named it Cafe Blackadder after Peggy means the former the Peggy who had the tea house. Her maiden name was Blackadder.
You know that Main Street coffee house in Independence there has become a closed corporation.
Oh yeah.
If you don't,
a lot of places do fall victim to that. Not just like coffee and tea houses where people are supposed to be able to hang out.
That way too.
But bars and restaurants, any place where a lot of the locals hang out.
Yeah.
And sometimes, the argument is locals need a place of their own to hang out because, especially in a tourist town, not that Warrensburg is a tourist town, but Warrensburg does have university. In many ways, the university town is like a tourist town. You have the out-of-towners, the students, and then you have the townies, the people who live in town. And sometimes there is this divide that exists between the two groups, or the multiple groups that come in. And, you know, you can understand it more in a tourist town, where tourists come in, they drive the price of everything up, and they're not looking for the real, true, unique flavor of an area. They're looking for what the brochure says, and the townies like to have a place to get away from that, you know. And when somebody comes in that's an obvious tourist, it gets into that, what you were talking about, that sort of closed, we don't want to have much to do with you.
And a lot of
I think Cafe Blackadder is getting quite a few people coming in from out of town. And, you know, it is unique. And, you know, you and I talk about maybe going out and finding these kind of things in these smaller towns, changing the mission of my blog up a little. Because when I started doing the blog and was doing nothing but Kansas City Crossroads stuff, it was kind of getting, I don't know, burned out or whatever. It's like, you know, someday I need to get out of the crossroads and go seek things out. And you and I have been doing these day trips every Thursday, and maybe we could combine the two and make this into a mission. You know, not only the day trips, but Swoboda, KC, going and seeking out unique things in some of these outlying areas.
Yeah, some of the art things and that are in these little towns, a lot of them are going to be not worth the time, but once in a while you're going to be lucky.
Well, you know, you're right. There are a lot of things that you can find everywhere, and it's like people don't have much of an imagination. And it seems like if you do have an imagination, you are doing something unique or whatever. You're looked at as weird or crazy. You got to do what everybody else is doing, and what I would like to find are the things that nobody else is doing.
Yeah, a lot of them do. You have to make a profit, so therefore.
Airplane fuselage.
Okay. Why would to have that sitting in our backyard? But a lot of these places too are they have to make money, and trying to sell art or something, you cannot sell enough art to make a living in it.
Coming up on Skyhaven Airport, there was this little motel out here, and you know, when I first came to Warrensburg in '84, this little motel, Skyhaven Motel, was just a motel. And they added the convenience store in the middle, and they took out quite a few of the rooms and stuff. And then the little restaurant part of the motel became a strip bar. So now I don't know if it's so much of a motel, maybe it is.
Oh, motel.
Oh yeah, there's a motel in there. I can see the cleaning supplies like there. Oh well. Stop this for a second.